This is Radio Free Cybertron, episode 947. I am Brian Kilby. Radio Free Cybertron is the world's first and oldest toy and action figure podcast since 1999. And with me this week, we have the entire crew. We have Don.
Hello.
John.
Yo.
Matt.
Greetings.
Diecast.
Present.
Chris.
But if you propel a Labubu from a fixed point with an explosive in the base, it's actually a mortar.
That was pre-show. And Rob.
Hello.
So if we have any technical issues, last week we had technical issues because I was on an old computer. This week, if we have any, it's because I'm on a new computer. It's just how it works out. So
yeah, there is no middle ground. It's one or the other.
In a couple weeks, we'll have this worked out.
Yeah. So I didn't get to do what we got last week. So it'll be what Brian got this last 2 weeks this week. So that'll be fun. I'm excited about that. Okay. So what is this activate your alt mode fan vote thing? I literally just learned about this.
Do you remember 10-ish years ago, actually it was longer than that, like 12 years ago, when they did the fan vote to create a new Transformers character, and that's how we got Windblade.
Yeah. So
Nate, who is the marketing manager for Transformers, now that Ben has switched over, I think, fully to G.I. Joe. I'm not sure about that. Ben BMAC. He decided that it's been a while since they've done something, on that order. So this initiative is to conduct a fan vote and choose 1 out of 4 classic characters to give a new alt mode to.
Oh, okay. Like Prowl should be an owl, something like that.
So it's Grimlock, Shockwave, Mirage.
If we're giving Shockwave a new alt mode.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying all this has been amazingly thought out, but it's what's happening starting next week, I think.
And who's the first one?
Oh, I was hoping you wouldn't ask because I didn't remember that off the top of my head.
Starscream.
Starscream. And I'm going to have to sign up for Instagram then, apparently.
No one's ever going to vote for Starscream to get a new alt mode.
Yeah, you have Facebook, Don. Just
or
log in using
Grimlock.
your Facebook.
Like, I don't want Grimlock to have a different alt mode.
But he's had a different alt mode.
What?
In War Within.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was a tank thing.
Okay.
Yeah. Alternators. Everybody's had a different alt mode there.
Oh,
He's
I
a
don't
horse.
count alternators.
I don't transform alternators.
Good.
Yeah.
I literally sold that Grimlock rather than
an-
transform it again.
He's an excavator.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Lots in disguise.
Yeah.
I know what I would want, but it's for the.
Okay. What would you want?
I can't read everything because I don't have an Instagram account, but I would like for Optimus Prime to be the whale in the G.I. Joe crossover line.
Said that.
Okay, that's
a
little bit out of the scope of this, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But I see where you're coming from.
Yeah, me too.
That should really be sea spray. But
Well, I'm just saying that you've got all these Autobots that are part of the G.I. Joe, so you got land and air. You don't really have sea. So
Could be Broadside.
Yeah. Broadside,
Broadside's the flag.
He's the flag.
I mean, Broadside should be the flag, but that's not ever going to happen. So,
I want it to happen.
So when does this vote wrap up? When does this vote wrap up? Like, what are the...
It hasn't started yet.
Okay, so when does it start? How long
Okay, so round 1 is going to run through next week. So August 12th, you're going to decide between whether it's going to be Mirage or Grimlock.
Yeah.
On the 13th, you decide between Starscream and Shockwave. On the 14th, you decide between the winners of round 1 and 2. So it's a bracket system down to that point. And then on the 15th, they reveal who has won the first cycle of voting. So who will get their alt mode taken away and replaced with, I don't know, a Prius or something.
Is this permanent? Make it permanent.
It's as permanent as anything is in Transformers, which is to say no.
There needs to be stakes to this, otherwise it doesn't matter. So it needs to be permanent.
If you think about it, G2 seemed to be trying to introduce some permanent new colors to some characters, like Starscream.
Sideswipe.
Yeah, like in Machine Wars, we got a black Starscream, which seemed to be based off of the admittedly unreleased ATV Megatron Starscream 2-pack, where Starscream was black. It seemed to be a direct succession to that idea.
Oh, yeah.
So, like, they were trying to kind of change up the characters on a permanent basis then, and we see, that didn't last very long at all, honestly. So then, from the 18th to the 21st, it'll be a vote for the alt mode direction. So I assume they're going to give us like basic themes to go for.
Land, sea, and air.
Yeah. And then on the 25th through the 28th, it will be specific alt mode voting. So once the theme has been decided, they'll present some options for alternate modes within that scope, and the fan community and or their bot networks will dig in and decide who's going to be what.
Yeah.
On September 17th, Transformers Day, the final winner and their new alt mode will be revealed.
What if we actually pick a character that has that same alt mode? Like if we make Mirage a motorcycle, what would happen?
Has Mirage been a motorcycle?
Yeah, I think your point's broken, Diecast.
Yeah. Although Mirage as a motorcycle is not a bad idea.
No. Well, no, okay, no. So Diecast, I guess I see your point. So you're saying we're picking the mode, picking the character. So okay, I don't think that would count because
no, I mean,
yeah,
they're going to give us predetermined options, within each bracket. So they're going to
It's going to be
this...
like the Victorion voting.
Yeah, more like that. They're gonna
pick one of these four things we predetermined.
Yeah, they're gonna build this in such a way that you can't just like, oh well, everybody voted that Grimlock should be a dinosaur, so situation normal. As for changing Mirage's alt mode, Cyberworld kind of is already doing that with a mold reuse version. There's a Mirage like aircraft, which is based on some previous Cyberverse toy that I don't recall offhand which it is.
Oh, cool.
And for the land, sea, and air, there's also a wild card. I'm going to pick the wild card just because I want to see what the wild card would be.
Yeah, I'm kind of curious what that would boil down to also. I think probably...
They just throw a dart at the wall.
Well, okay, so my guess is if we get through the character selection round and Grimlock doesn't make the cut, then the wild card probably will introduce Beast as an option. But if Grimlock does get chosen, they would have an alternate wildcard thing to throw in there besides the land, sea, and air concepts.
Yeah, there could be Beast, there could be space, there could be, probably bunch of things.
I'd be down for Space Grimlock.
Oh, yeah, Space Godzilla.
Yeah, or Space Titanus.
Yeah, hey, okay, I'm going to jump ahead, but I'm going to do a slight spoiler for what we got this week because...
Did you get a Space Titanus?
No,
okay.
I don't want it to get warm, so I'm drinking it for the show. The kids I don't know where they got this. Hopefully it's not like Goodwill and it's like 10 years old. It's something called Drink Blocks. It's like a building block shaped bottle that a juice drink is in. It's Transformers theme and it's got Bumblebee on it and I'm about to drink it.
How is it?
Good luck.
It tastes like it's like watered down juice.
Oh, it's the little hugs things that you get from Dollar Tree.
Something like that, yeah.
It's probably exactly that.
It
I
tastes
used to love hugs when I was a little kid.
It's watered down juice is what it is. It's not bad.
Yeah.
It's like 0 calories, so it's
all
water.
It's the grog version of juice.
Yes. Okay, so AMT-02 Predaking price and release date. It's expensive.
So which one of these do you want to talk about first?
Well, we finally got a price after
sure
6 months of them talking about it and
has it really been that? Has it been that long?
Yeah, it's got to been about at least 6 months.
I think we saw this during like Tokyo Toy Show, which was like early or like mid spring.
This is $325. I thought it was closer to $4.
So it depends on like how you're doing the currency conversion. It could be closer to $4, depending. Like if you're doing it through some processors, they add their they bake in their transaction fee. So like you want to use something that's not a payment service itself to do this. I think that's skewing the math a little bit, but it is very expensive for a 30 centimeter tall combined mode toy.
I saw TF Source had it listed for $450 US.
Yeah, so does Chosen Prime and BBTS. BBTS is asking for the non-refundable deposit. One of the people that follow me on Twitter says Chosen Prime is not asking for a deposit right now. So you have some options. But when it was announced this morning, the same person sent me yesterday, sent me a picture of the announcement, and it worked out to be about $405 US from Japanese retailers. And if the US sellers are selling it for $450, there is no way that thing would ship for $50 from Japan.
No, I agree.
So it's about the height of the G1 Predaking. But it's a lot more stylized. Who is like? Not that we know the names of all the Takara designers, but is this like Takara Transformers designers? I'm assuming.
So the visual styling is done by an artist from Studio Trigger, Akira Amemiya. Yeah. So this is not based directly on any pre-existing like art style or anything.
But the engineering.
As for who's doing the engineering, we don't have the information yet.
I really like it.
I don't hate it.
Yeah, but I think what it boils down to is you have to like the combined mode, because this is what it's sort of like Lyle Kaiser. It was made as a combiner first, and then they got the Predacons they could from that. Because if you look at the individual Predacons,
they vary widely.
Yes, there's no. It's sort of like the reverse of Raiden. You know, they gave the train bots the focus on the train mode, and the robot and the combined mode suffered. This one, the combined mode, looks absolutely phenomenal, but your individual Predacons are a little wonky donkey.
I could see myself potentially getting this as a display piece. Doesn't mean I'm getting
good
it.
For you.
I could see myself doing it.
Yeah.
Just like, they turned Rampage into a horse. Like, if you just look at that, that's a horse. That's not a tiger anymore. That's a horse.
Of course.
Yeah.
I mean, if Snowcat wasn't looming on the horizon, if I hadn't got my GoBot laser gun, if, Hoppy Toads had wings, they wouldn't bust their butt.
What?
It's a colloquialism,
It's a lot of ifs there, Don.
Yeah, if Hoppy Toads had wings, they wouldn't bust their butt every time they jump. You've never heard that before?
Get to your point.
Yeah.
Anyway, all that money would have gone to this, but there is a lot more important stuff coming up that I would rather have.
A vast predatory horse, John said in the Discord.
Show title.
Episode title now.
That's gotta be show title. So I like it, but there's other things I want than this, But if Diecast wants to buy me one, that'll be fine.
Oh, that'd be a nice gesture.
Well, since you finally bought me a birthday gift, I might as well buy you something.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, buy me that $950 She-Ra set.
Or the Unicron lamp.
Yeah.
Ooh, there's a thought there. Those are about the same price now.
Yeah. Right.
Okay.
Not with shipping.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
wait.
Oh, go ahead.
Wait, Manny Kara says, Don, you could always trim your Super 7 budget.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, everything I'm buying from Super 7 is already discounted anyway. There's not much left there to cut.
Yeah, BBTS has been blowing out a lot of it too.
Yeah. But it's like they had the bat for like $16. It's like I got them for about $18 on Amazon months ago.
Oh,
yeah. The two I wanted.
Okay, so Brian, Missing Link?
C01N. It is the Nemesis Prime Missing Link version. I already pre-ordered it. I mean, so
I'm not surprised. Right. Yeah.
Okay.
It's pretty.
It
may be the most beautiful thing I have ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
Hand you the bomb.
Yeah.
Well, Zach, Brian, I got a question. Did you got the KO of the first Missing Link Optimus, right?
Along with the original version of the
right. How was the KO?
It was odd. It was odd. There was too much metal in it.
Okay, all right. Because since this has been announced, they're going to do that at probably half the price. That's didn't
theft,
know.
And I only bought this because I already owned the other one. I would not.
Right,
I would never.
And we know how you feel about too much diecast on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just was wondering how, because I don't remember what you said about it. I was just curious how the KO turned out.
I guess better than expected, but not like substitutable for the original.
Yeah,
per se.
I mean, it's pretty. It's just another Black Optimus.
I'm waiting for Pulse pre-orders to go up because I'm not sure how pricing is going to be affected.
Yeah,
like Big Bad Toy Store has their prices up, but it's a tentative price that it is subject to change depending on
market forces.
Tariffs.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
nice.
It looks perfectly nice. I almost wish
gorgeous.
Roller
is just teal now.
Yeah, I do like that. I almost wish instead of being a Nemesis Prime that they had gone for okay, this is, pre-Power Master Nucleon Quest Convoy. Just to be a little bit different in the realm of black recolor.
I mean, I'm hoping for a Missing Link Power Master Prime at some point, so they can do that then.
Yeah, that's fair.
I pre-ordered it. I want it. I think it's great. I went with Amazon Japan.
I'm personally surprised that this is a retail release and not an event exclusive.
Yeah, me too, honestly.
But they may be holding that event exclusive slot for Missing Link spin out, much to my horror and dismay.
Yeah. Okay. So, Age of the Primes Bruticus sort of revealed,
kind of via the official artwork.
Oh my god! I would have never thought that was coming.
Which, I mean, we've seen everything except for Swindle anyway.
And we can verify from this that the legs are facing the correct direction.
Yay!
Vehicle parts on the front. This also ties into the next item, which is the transcript that TFW put up of their interview at SDCC with Evan and Nate from the Transformers team. The main thing I wanted to call out here was they asked about Brawl being a Voyager and how the combiner integration works. And Evan basically confirms what we'd been suspecting. Brawl has ratchets built in for the ankle articulation in particular, and it's very similar to what they did with Devastator with its legs. So it sounds like Swindle and Brawl are going to be more actually structural than, say, an Aerialbot or a Stunticon leg has been so far.
Yeah, it seems like the skeletal structure will extend down to the thighs, and then Brawl and Swindle will be the legs beneath that.
Yeah.
Legs beneath the frame.
That's the way I
almost made that joke too, Don, but decided against it. Yeah. Okay, that's cool.
I just want to see Swindle.
Swindle. Same. Swindle's the most important one, and I can't believe they're making us wait the longest to see him.
Yes, he's the most important one to get right because he's
the one with a personality. Yeah. Anyway, this interview is extremely extensive, so it's worth at least taking a skim through. There's some interesting points peppered throughout that.
Cool. So we have a comparison of Age of Extinction, Grimlock, the Titan version versus the Studio Series leader, and it's much larger, which you'd expect. So it's about the size of the the smaller Titan. It looks like.
Well, I mean, is that a leader class Optimus Prime they have riding it?
Yes.
Yeah, that's the current Studio Series mold.
So, I mean, is anyone super excited about this?
Oh, no, not at all. Sorry,
okay. Eric. I'm just like, this is...
yeah.
I'm super excited when it goes on clearance.
Excited because 4 years of this means I don't have to spend money on a Titan for the next 4 years.
Yeah, no, I'm excited about that. That sets 4 less Titans to have to.
Well, I don't I think I read somewhere where the other 4 are not going to be Titans. They're going to be commander or leaders.
From everything I heard, there's going to be Titans, and they're going to be 1 a year.
Okay, I'll be excited when that goes clearance, possibly.
Yeah.
The next one's in works for 2027.
I mean, Leader Grimlock is fine. He's not, I would have never thought that, like, hey, I need this.
They can extend this for a couple years and do some of the ones that were toys only.
Well, yeah, and probably if the first 4 do as well as they want them to, they will consider that. Or more likely, if the first 2 do really well, they'll start developing for.
Who wouldn't want a Titan class Spinosaur? Come on.
I mean, I'm glad. I am not the biggest Bayverse fan, other than I really like the Sideswipe mold. But I'm glad the Bayverse people are getting some figures, characters that match, how they should look. I just don't care.
I like the movies.
I'm happy too. Drain them of their money for a while.
This is my least favorite of them all. Age of Extinction is the worst out of all the movies.
No, that's Revenge of the Fallen.
No. Revenge of the Fallen is much more watchable
last night, because it's not even, it doesn't even manage to be offensively bad like the other ones. It's just boring.
Yeah.
Okay, there's a case to be made for that.
There's a case to be made for every single one of them.
I think we should
not 2007.
We should all list them in order from worst to best.
That can be pre-show content next week. Yeah.
Well, best is Bumblebee. That's an easy call.
I guess. I kind of liked Agent. I liked the last one better, but yeah.
I'm more excited about the Dinobots we're going to talk about right now.
Oh, let's do that, Don. G2 Dinobots, Snarl and Slag.
Oh God, they look so gorgeous.
They don't.
Oh, can you imagine what all 5 are going to look like when we get Sludge and Swoop?
Snarl's red is still really wrong.
Yeah, I wish the chest and that's the only thing that really jumps out. On Slag, it's fine. It's not really bothering me. It's that 2-tone red on Snarl that's just irking me. But they still get G2 Dinobots, and I can't be upset about that.
I'm actually going to cancel these. I just don't like the colors on them. They're not what I want.
I mean, you can pay for them and then send them to me, Diecast.
Yeah.
It's fine.
That's not a bad plan. Yeah. No, I can see where Diecast is coming from. Like, I didn't pre-order these, and part of that is because the colors just, like, they're not there. And
the representation of the G2 toys is the issue, right? Not the colors.
Well, it is the colors in that the colors are not correct to what these are trying to be. And if you don't get the colors of the G2 Dinobots right, what is even the point?
Okay, Chris, you and Rob are experts on photography and lighting and stuff. Could this be a lighting issue? Because it looks like you've got one main source coming down. Could it be something with the lighting making that red not quite correct? Because we've seen reds like this before where they look better in person than on screens.
I'm inclined to say no, simply because they both look a little undersaturated compared to the originals, and there are photos of the originals that come out just fine. So
yeah, and besides that, we have seen renders, we have seen stock photos, we have seen Hasbro live stream, and we've seen these, and in every one of those, the exact shades may differ a little bit, but the fundamental problem, especially on Snarl, where the saturation of the red that is not the robot chest being vastly, vastly less than what it should be to represent the red G2 Snarl toy, has been consistent through all of those. So, like, it's a good question to ask, but I don't think that's the problem here.
Okay.
And look how good Grimlock looks in the middle of those two.
Oh, yeah.
It's like Grimlock looks great.
No, okay, so, like, I would be perfectly fine with how Slug looks. Like, I'm okay with how the colors came out on that. I don't think the shade is quite right, but the saturation is there. The saturation is there, though, and that's like, if you give me one of the two things correct, I can probably deal with that because I can deal with that. Like Snarl is just so far off the mark, and yeah, it's just it kills it for me. Especially if you do look at the robot legs, because of how the toy is constructed, you've got two really distinctly different shades of red right next to each other because they're using two different kinds of plastics right there because of how the toy is built.
You know what the solution should have been? Just do the green Snarl too.
Yes, but we'd probably still have the two-tone leg problem.
Okay.
And then you'd have two similarly colored Dinobots and three wildly different ones.
But green Snarl exists.
Yeah.
So it's canonical.
It's just the main thing. My worry is since Sludge and Swoop only had prototype pictures, early draft pictures done, those colors don't really have anything to go by from a pre-existing toy. So you're looking at something on paper, trying to recreate the color for the first time physically.
Well, you just put in one of those paint mixer machines that does the auto color matching. It'll be fine.
All you have to do is
I actually see that as a good thing. Sorry, Diecast.
Yeah.
No, that's okay.
Yeah, I see it as a good thing because if there is no real world toy you have ever held in your hand, it's harder for it to be wrong.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was going to. All you have to do is make it look good.
Yes.
And it's got to be close, and it'll be good enough.
Yeah, you're right. I didn't think about it like that.
These two toys had the most going against them.
Yeah.
Oh dear God, I'm looking at eBay right now, and a mint on sealed card G2 Snarl is $900.
Ouch!
Yeah,
Which color?
Oh wow,
the green one.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah, I mean, I
Brian has tuned this out because he knows that all this crosstalk has to go.
Yeah. Think of the show content though, Brian.
Yeah.
No, I want to like this. I really, really do, especially after how good Grimlock came out. But if anything, that's just making my perception of this worse because, like, I know that they can basically nail it because they did basically nail it with Grimlock. And this Reds on Snarl thing is just like it's too far gone. I can't.
Yeah. Okay. Any other thoughts on this?
I was just gonna say, like, I wanted to buy this.
I did want to buy it. I did buy it
until I saw the pictures. It's not that I hate this idea. I love the idea of G2 Dinobots, but it's not gonna look good in my house.
On my shelf from 20 feet away, they'll be fine.
On my shelf from 20 feet away, it'll just be like, what is that sore thumb that's not quite as red as it should be?
Exactly.
Okay, let's jump to what we got this week. Who wants to start first?
I mean, I can, I guess.
Let's start first, Chris.
I was supposed to have something really cool this week, but it's not going to get here till tomorrow because customs, for some reason, is just moving really slow these days. I don't know what that's about. So what I did end up getting, though, is the newest set of Dr. Wu cassettes. So that is Brutality and Slaughter, which is Slugfest and Overkill. So this is my first set of Dr. Wu cassettes that do not combine into anything. So like I can kind of just observe them on their merits, like they're engineering unto themselves since they don't have to do anything but transform. Very easily here, Overkill is the winner for me in this pair. It does the most interesting things while Slugfest doesn't have to do a lot to achieve what it's trying to do, but the steps to do some of it, especially extending the stegosaur plates along the spine, is a really, like, it's not even fiddly, it's just kind of difficult to get those to rise up out of the back of the cassette. There's not like a smooth, easy way to manipulate that and get it moving. You kind of have to just like, you do a little bit by pushing up from the bottom. Then there's these little nubs on the side that barely stick out at all that you can't really get any grip on, that you theoretically should be able to pull up on to extend it the rest of the way. It's just, like that one part of this is not all that well designed. And Slugfest changes shape the least between the two. which is not a knock against how it's engineered. It's just a reality of the design itself, but it still makes it feel like, okay, this is kind of what they did with what they had left after they designed Slaughter Overkill. Slaughter is really cool. It transforms a lot, and it does like more things than I expected it to. The tail is a 3-segment piece with hinges, so it's actually posable, but it also folds up into the square of the, well, it's the least cassette so far, but it still splits apart and folds up into 2 little squares to fit into the profile, but it still is able to be articulated when it's a tail. It's a really, really cool little system they've done here. I have 2 complaints about this toy. One is that the point of balance is not quite where I feel like it should be, so it can be a little bit front heavy and want to tip forward. So you have to like really lean into that tail dragger T-Rex pose to get it to stand up reliably. The other thing is just that transforming it from its so-called cassette mode into dinosaur mode, at least the first time, you basically fold the plane of it back on itself, kind of like with Siege Ravage. So you're folding it down in half, but it feels like it's taking a lot of force to get that fold going in the first place, and it did feel like I was doing something wrong until I kind of like got it to go past that point. Hopefully that's going to smooth out some with subsequent transformations, but it's a little bit uncomfortable to get to that point to start with. But it's really, really nice. There's a lot of posability in the legs for something this size, which again, because of the balance problems, it can't exactly make use of all of it. There's 2 joints in each of the little arms. The jaw opens. There's a double joint in the neck for, limited degree of posing for any practical purpose, but like it's still there. It still will do something. And then, of course, they come with their little sack of, cassette weapon add-ons that you can peg on to them in the dinosaur modes and just unfortunately set aside in cassette mode because, the storage solution for that is not something that they've been able to magic out at Dr. Wu yet. But yeah, like, it's really cool to have a set of these that is not expected to do a third thing besides just transform between their basic 2 states. So I could actually see, like, okay, this is how Dr. Wu approaches stuff that has to turn into those fixed dimensions, but that's the only constraint that they have with it. I do think Slugfest maybe could have been, if not a little bit more than it is, at least be easier to do the things that it needs to do. It's a little bit weaker in the set, but both of them came out really nice. All the normal Dr. Wu hallmarks, they feel nice in the hand. There's a good amount of volume to them. And, for about $30, about $30 shipped if you get them from like Show Z or something like that. I still think they're a pretty good value, especially for cassettes like this that we're probably never going to see in this format in an official capacity. Certainly not anytime soon. But yeah, like just minor little complaints about them, but the same as it was when I handled the little micro G1 guys that they do as their other main line. Like it's just really cool to handle Dr. Wu engineering that just gets to lean into transforming from point A to point B. And I don't have to worry about, okay, is the combined mode going to actually work this time? So yeah, it's been a pretty enjoyable experience with these, and I'm actually really happy with them.
I really hope they continue down the cassette character hole, because like even with stuff we already have, like they could with their budget and lack of constraints, we could get like a really good eject and rewind from them. And
I want to see them do a Ravage.
Yes, well,
Yeah.
and I would love that. And how Dr. Wu loves their repaints of everything. We could finally get like flip sides and Rosanna and just all sorts of stuff that we will never see at a Hasbro.
If we could get them to do a laser beak, we'd get Sundor.
Yes.
Yeah, no, I totally want them to start retreading the stuff that Hasbro has versions of. because like they're kind of running out of the obscure stuff that is unlikely to get touched by official toys. So yeah,
we just need leg out.
I would really like to see them circle back and do like the 84, 85 stuff. Like I think they could do some really cool stuff with the simpler, more straightforward designs that Hasbro's done some okay versions of, but like, budget's been a problem, and yeah,
Budget constraints, yeah.
Dr. Wu could really kick the ass of some of these, I think, really easily. If anybody can do a Ravage at this scale that's not laughable, it would be Dr. Wu's engineers. Like I have no doubt. That's all.
Rob?
Yeah, I got the thing that Chris was expecting today from Sir Gaia. I got Leolias Prime, aka
cool.
Rathalos Prime. And yeah, that is a really nice figure. It is, of course, deluxe sized for the price, but I feel like it justifies it because there is so much paint here for one thing. It is basically an engineering reuse of Air Razor. If there are any shared parts, it might be the ankles, maybe. Possibly the thighs. I'm not sure. There is very little else that is from the original figure. It's very clearly the same again, engineering, but yeah. The Rathalos it looks really good. It is really nicely sculpted. The spines are kind of pointy, so watch yourself. The paint on the wings really nice. The wings have 3 sets of hinges, so as long as you have them all unfolded properly, the strength is pretty good. There's like one set that if you forget to unfold them when you go back to monster mode, it will not it does not want to hold the weight on one side, but once you get it straightened out, it's cool. In robot mode, it's a little bit like skinny, like that they made it as broad chested as they possibly could, but that means an incredibly narrow waist. That is balanced out by the skirt of the armor. I looked at it and I transformed it, and I looked at these, massive wings turning into skirt armor that is relatively accurate to the Rathalos armor set from Monster Hunter. And I'm like, this is going to look like a really awkward and kludgy solution to anyone who is not into Monster Hunter, but I love it. And yeah, it looks good in both modes. The weapons, Optimus is a charge blade main, so am I. It is a sword and shield which combine into a massive axe. There's other tricks a charge blade can do that, two accessories that have to turn into a dragon tail can't quite pull off here. I get that. That's fine. Beyond which, one thing that did surprise me after I transformed it back and forth once is that it does come with a matrix, and there is actually storage for it on the hinge mechanism.
Cool.
Between for the back of the alt mode. It fits right in there. I've decided that it is not a matrix, but the rare gem that the Rathalos drops that you need for the really good armor sets. But yeah, that it is an excellent figure. I don't know how much you're going to appreciate it if you don't play Monster Hunter, but it is a really cool dragon regardless. And, it's a good looking figure, and I'm really happy I got it. I hope they make more of these. There are so many more monsters we could get as Transformers, and I am down for as long as they can keep this subline going.
So many more monsters that they can make Optimus Primes out of?
Probably. I'd also be down for a Zenogre Megatron, but yeah, God, just so much. I'll take a wall of Optimus Primes to turn into weird dragons and monsters and wolves and things. Why not? But yeah, that is all I've got on topic this week.
I've never played Monster Hunter, but I'm very prepared to appreciate that just for being yet another adaptation of that engineering into something that looks really cool. I love that Air Razor toy. I love the Pterosaur they made out of it. I didn't get the Studio Series one because there didn't seem to be a point, but I love how much they have leaned into what they really good design and just keep finding new ways to make things out of it that you would never expect.
Yeah. But yeah, it's really good. It ran me like $50 some on Surgaya, which, you know, for a deluxe is a little high, but also just a lot of paint. And just the wingspan does kind of bring up the price, because the wings are very heavy, and I'd say it's probably got like an 8 to 10 inch wingspan. It's
wow.
Pretty good. Yeah, the wings are big. That's why they make such a you know, heavy clunky skirt. But yeah, it's a good toy. And like I said, that is all I got on topic this week.
Cool. John, did you get anything?
The only thing I got, and I'm sure you guys talked about it last week or the week before, was 86 Megatron. So might just quick.
No, you're the first. You're the first one to claim that one.
Yes.
What? Really?
Yeah, mine won't be here until tomorrow.
Same.
Well, okay. I'll still give like Cliff's Notes versions of this though, because everybody's going to have their thoughts on it. So, initial impressions, he does get like weirdly swallowed up by the packaging. He looks really small in the box, and I was afraid that he was going to feel small in hand and kind of diminutive or lacking. But no, he feels good. It's just kind of a weird scale thing. The standard box is just kind of too big for him. But once you unbox him, he's good. He's super solid. I have not transformed him yet, but I did scan through the instructions to get a sense of what's involved, and it definitely looks like a journey. Looks like it's going to take more than, you know, a couple cups of coffee to do it, especially at this scale. It's just panels upon panels. I will say, because of that, though, the robot mode feels super solid. Doesn't feel hollow in any way, because it's just panels upon panels, just, you know, folded into each other. So on the upside, it feels solid. Also, I guess, you know, in the robot mode, everything clips into each other, everything tabs in pretty firmly. So he doesn't feel like he's about to, you know, blow apart for being so intricate, and just having hinges everywhere. Face sculpt, spectacular. I think the head sculpt and the face sculpt is really, really great. I know there's a lot of angst about the fusion cannon for some reason. People think it's small or misshapen, or people just don't like it. Feels fine to me. You know, I mean, there's already like a DNA kit being teased with a replacement cannon. That feels a little unwarranted to me. It doesn't scream like inaccurate to me. And you know, like I said, I've unboxed him. I unboxed him like 15 minutes ago. I finally had some time to look at him. So those are just very initial thoughts on him. He definitely feels like, hopefully, barring any kind of like premium deco that Takara does with this toy, like 2 or 3 years from now, it does feel like maybe my last G1 Megatron ever. It feels like this could be like the terminal point for me. It was a good 40-year run. I mean, it's gonna, you know, any iteration on this is just gonna be like, I don't know. I mean, you guys got
Splitting
really
hairs.
close. Yeah, I mean, come on, like after this point, but there's always that possibility that we're gonna have like a platinum repaint or something like that. But outside of that, feels good. I like it.
What if they MP36 plus it and just, like, you know, put toy face and the hairy chest on there?
Oh man, yeah, I know. With the scrolly bits and stuff,
Yeah,
like all that stuff.
Yeah,
That's hard. It's hard to say no to those details. Those are very handsome scrolls.
Hey, John. I've seen a few videos online, people doing reviews and stuff. The legs, that was a lot of people's concerns on that color.
Oh yeah,
it's supposed to be a lot less blue in person. What do you think?
Yeah, it's definitely a lot less blue. It is for sure gray with a hint of blue in it. There's a touch of blue in it that is not in any other shade of gray on him. And if you like obsess about it or like look at it long enough, yeah, it looks off, but it's not nearly as bad or jarring as all the pictures and previews would have you think.
It's a good thing there's no one here that's going to obsess over their toys.
Yeah, right. We're all super casual about our toys.
Yeah.
It didn't bother me at all until you, and it still doesn't really bother me, but it didn't like jump out at me at all until you said that, Don, and I really like just stopped and stared at it for like 10 seconds, and then it's like, oh yeah, the tent is different on his legs, but on those preview pictures, everybody just immediately like looked at it and said like, ah, this is like wrong, this is bad. It doesn't come across like that in person, and I will say, even though like on the back of the package, it's clearly not blue. Like his legs are clearly not blue. So like on the back of the package, he's more of a uniform gray. So if you're curious about like a what if scenario, like, well, what if the legs weren't blue? The back of the package shows you what that would look like, and it is a little bit on the dull side, I'll admit. So I can kind of see why they tried to mix it up a little bit, and I think it's fine.
Cool. That's awesome. I ordered mine from the CMD store.
So you'll have it in about 10 days.
Yeah. So we'll see. Anything else, John?
Not on topic.
Okay. Matt?
No, my Amazon package will not be here till tomorrow, sadly.
Diecast?
Yeah, Don's fault. I got PS17E, which is the Ocular Max tank for Bruticus, but it's not Bruticus. It's a
the
different
Ruination
color.
version, the Bumblebee
Ruination.
version.
Yeah, which I love. I just love the colors on this tank. Like this desert camo really works. It's pretty cool. So happy about that, but it is Don's fault.
What? Okay. I'm having the worst time trying to remember what the car robot's name for that tank was. I can remember all the other members of. Well, no, that's the Robots in Disguise version. The car robots version, though. I can remember all the other ones.
I have no idea what any of the names of the car robots are.
I have the box set. I have the toy, but I don't.
Yeah, I have the toy. I don't know their names.
The Onslaught was Dull Railer. Blastoff was Shuddler. Vortex was Hector. Swindle was Grijeeber. And Brawl was what?
With those names, there's a non-zero chance it was Dank.
Yeah. Like, I don't know. Like, I'm surprised I remember the red names. Like, I have no idea.
You know what? Rob is not far off. It was Dengar. Thank you, Rob.
That's hilarious.
Blade says, they have names in car robots? They have names?
Real quick. Diecast, take a drink. With the de minimis exception ending August 26th, I'm buying a bunch of crap on Mandarake, just as a heads up. So
I just bought a bunch of crap on Surigaya, so yeah.
The second thing I got was MS-06 Tornado, which is Magic Square's take on Vortex, which is a masterpiece size. This one is not Don's fault. A little bit. The second one of these I ordered is Don's fault because I didn't realize I pre-ordered this and paid for it in full, because when I went on Show C store, it was not showing up under my orders. So I was like, oh, I didn't get that one yet. So I ordered it only to the next day for this to show up on my doorstep from Show Z. And I'm like, wait, there's no way it's shipped in a day. So I checked, and apparently on Show Z, if you pre-order something and then pay for it, it stays in your pre-orders. So that's why I did not see it when I went into my orders. So I ordered a second one. Don, you're muted.
Yeah, sorry. Orders are for stuff that's in stock, and when you pay for it to be shipped out on in-stock merchandise. Pre-orders stay in the pre-order column even after you pay for it, so way you can keep track of what's what.
That's a little counterintuitive. I'm on Diecast side here. Like that'd probably throw me too if I.
Oh yeah, I mean, I've just been using them for a while, so it's just something I'm used to at this point.
So that's two Masterpiece Combaticons from different companies. Yes.
Yes. See, the Magic Square ones, they're looking at the engineering from their Legends class, and they're upscaling that to Masterpiece. The other one.
Yeah, when I think a Magic Square, I don't think a Masterpiece scale.
No,
That's why I
generally
said
not.
masterpiece
Yeah,
because
but this
they
is their
normally don't
first.
do it. Yeah,
but this is their first Masterpiece scale combiner using the Legends engineering just at the bigger scale. The Ocular Max is a recolor of their G1 and G2 Combaticons in this new.
I've seen the Ocular Max ones in person. They look amazing.
Yeah.
Mhm.
yeah. The only other masterpiece figure that Magic Square has done that I'm aware of
Is
is the
Optimus.
Optimus Prime.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, the Light
So-
of Peace.
Yeah, and then the third thing I got was I finally got the Transformers G.I. Joe crossover Cup Sergeant Slaughter
Triple T.
Triple T. Because when Big Bad, I forgot to mention it last week, when Big Bad Toy Store first did their daily sales back, that was on their daily sale for like $62, which
Oh,
is
yeah.
the cheapest I've seen it. So I was just waiting for it to go on sale to grab it. So since all the other ones went on sale, I figured that eventually, this would go on sale, but people apparently like this one a lot. So it really hasn't gone on sale yet. So I finally picked that up.
It is supposed to be the best one.
Yeah.
And it has Sergeant Slaughter.
Yeah.
Maybe that's
Yeah.
why it's the best one.
It's my favorite.
Yeah, it'll probably cancel now.
Well, I mean, we haven't heard anything else, so I'm assuming so, yeah.
And then that's all I got on the related.
Donald?
Yeah, the only thing I got on topic this week. No, you're not seeing things. It's a mirage.
Uh,
I was
Audio
able to find.
podcast gone.
It's joke still
I
works.
was. It's the Authentics Mirage that we talked about a few weeks ago. I was able to find one for pretty much at retail online. It's for an Authentics figure. It's really pretty nice. He's got that Target Optimus DVD gift card thing back when the movie came out.
okay, I see where you're coming from, yeah.
Yeah, but the transformation has just enough to be relatively interesting, and the blue, for those video people, it's got a slight metallic to it. It's not just a flat blue. There is a little bit of a metallic sheen to it. It's just a really cute little figure.
I think for the non-video people.
Well, yeah, sorry. But, it's just a little, I've always liked Mirage, and this one I don't think will break in half. So that's
Well, it's an authentic, so I can't really say that you're, on the right track there.
right. But I mean, it's just a nice little Mirage, and these things are now almost $15 in Dollar General, and I got this for like $18 shipped. And none of the Dollar Generals around here had any of these except for one Soundwave, and that was I've seen it like $3 Generals. So it's just a nice little Mirage. I think it looks pretty. I love the blue on there, so I decided to pick one up. But that's all I got on topic this week.
Cool. Okay, so my turn. Should I start with what I shared with you guys last week? Because
no, let's build up to it.
Okay, so I'm going to do the whole thing that I'm complaining to Don about every week about referencing.
It's an audio podcast, Brian.
Yeah, so I'm going to use words to describe this. So I had mentioned I think that I got AMK Pro Optimus. Not AMK Pro. I have AMK Pro Optimus. Just the
AMK, yeah.
AMK Pro Optimus from Yellow Park. And I didn't want the AMK Bumblebee because he's too tall. So I got the standard one to go with it. And he is much closer to like child size if Optimus is a full grown adult. But I think he is much closer to the height that he should be.
Yeah.
It looks like he's coming up to about Optimus's thighs there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So these, I got these a while back, but I assembled them and took them to work and put them on my desk, and honestly had forgotten about it. So I wanted to mention that. So some stuff I'm just going to run through very quickly here. I got the like Diecast. I got Sideways from Walmart. Haven't opened him. I cannot remember the name of this. It is the Wild King Stegosaurus. It's the...
Oh, yeah, I have no idea what the names of any of those individuals are.
Yeah. So
But it's the Blue Stegosaurus, so
Yeah.
we'll just go with that.
Blue Stegosaurus. I'm not going to pull this out again because it's not a video podcast, even though we are streaming to YouTube. The Wild
And
King,
Twitch.
and Twitch, and Instagram,
And Periscope.
and Facebook, not Periscope. I got the repaint of Wild King Megatron, and he is gorgeous.
Oh, nice.
Ooh,
Absolutely
nice.
gorgeous. He is gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Also gorgeous, the repaint of Optimus Prime.
Yeah.
They are both very striking.
That
Yeah.
looks like a Nemesis
Are the
Prime.
toys that big, or is it just a box with a lot of?
The toys
They're
are
su-
pretty big.
They're surprisingly large. Let's see here. I got the Devastation Studio Series 2-pack. So
Oh.
yay. Let's see here. What else did I get? So, something I bought a couple weeks ago on the show. Don had shared it with me. It is the skeleton version of CO1. Optimus Primal, Beast Convoy from Beast Wars, the Japanese version.
Yeah, so for reference, the skeleton version is the original Ultra Gorilla Optimus Primal, but done in colorless clear plastic for all the outer pieces so that you can see the gear mechanism working inside when you work the lever on the back to do the like chest pounding and mace flailing action.
Yeah. Rest of the stuff I got, I think, was pretty cool, and in the past probably would have been like the big thing, but like, I'm just
We've reached a new tier.
I know.
I hate you so much.
I'm sorry. So I got a mitten-box complete Sixbuilder to go as I try to complete my
nice.
I try to
Nice.
complete my Japanese combiner box sets. So
That's
The-
really cool.
That's not what I was expecting. But
That's
The
not
box on that looks pretty nice too.
yeah.
Yeah.
let's see here. I got this has a repro bubble, but I think one thing I'm going to start buying more of are the G1 mitten-box gold box classics figures. So I got a Sludge,
Ooh.
which again the de minimis exception thing. Most of these will be coming from Europe, which means I'll have to pay tariffs on them. So I may not be getting more of those. I really want an Optimus Prime, and I don't.
Probably better get on that.
Yeah. Let's see here. I got a couple things off Mandarake. Yeah, a couple things off Mandarake. This is the first thing I've ever gotten from Mandarake that I was actually disappointed in the condition,
Oh no.
because it was listed as unopened, and I got it, and it very much is opened. It is a Transformers G2 Scorpia watch.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
And the chromed plastic is worn, so it's like gold-ish
Yeah.
chrome. So like I don't know, like I'll have to find something to re-chrome it with.
Yeah. Well, Brian, I mean, can you reach out to them and let them know?
There's
I'm
no
just
way
sa-
I'm going to send it back.
No. I'm just saying they may give you at least a bit of a refund since it was not in the condition. I mean, there's no sense you paying the price you did for what
you just
got.
got to write them a polite letter.
No,
Yeah.
I'm just being serious. Just
Yeah.
reach out and see if they'll at least give you a partial refund because of the shape.
Maybe. So the next thing is also like what I would have considered like one of the coolest things I've ever got. It was a Mandarake, and it's so inexpensive. If I decided to ever want to resell this, I would break the set up and sell them individually and make like 10 times what I paid for it. It is a knockoff set of the 10 Headmasters.
Oh, I remember those.
Nice.
Yeah,
I remember those.
it is so nice. It's in really good shape. It was like, I think I paid shipped like $60 for this.
Oh God, that's cheap nowadays.
Yeah, so very pleased with that. Again, this is something that I've wanted for years. It's something I wanted in my collection. I knew I'd get it eventually. It is and I did some repairs to the box. It is a mitten-box G1 Soundwave. So it is missing the little cardboard insert that goes behind the window. So you're seeing the if people watching live, you're seeing the styrofoam. But like most people aren't going to know that when they see it. Just somebody walking into my office. Oh, that's cool. It's that original? Yeah, it's original.
Mhm.
So But yeah, so there was some tape on the side. So there's still some like really gross looking tape that's been there since the toy was brand new, I'm certain, that I carefully peeled off and got most of the residue off with. So it actually looks better than it did when I got it. So very pleased with that. So, forgot about this. I got this is not Don. This did not come from your store that gave you the refund without your consent. Again, it's the classic G1 stuff. This time it is a carded Brawl. We were talking about Brawl earlier a couple times, so I've got a couple. I've got a couple of classics. Actually, I guess my original set of the Combaticons came this way, but yeah, I got.
Yeah, I was thinking there was a point in like the mid to late 90s where those gold package ones were like the cheaper, easier way to get like decent G1 toys.
Yeah.
How the times have changed.
3 more things. And I'm going to be, have to reach over here. I've been collecting the Japanese G1 box sets because honestly, they're easier to get a hold of than G1 box sets, American G1 box sets. So when I found these, I was actually very pleasantly surprised. I got a American Constructicons box set.
Ooh.
Yeah, substantially less than I expected to pay for it by like more than half. So I got that. It's got the Toys R Us sticker on it.
Cool.
Okay. Yep. Well, one way to know it's not the Walmart reissue.
And also the Superion. I didn't pay much more for this one, American, than I did that beat up. The box is a little beat up, but this is complete. The beat up Japanese one that I got a couple weeks ago. So,
in box is the best way to enjoy G1 Aerialbots.
Absolutely,
yes.
Absolutely. And of course, the thing you guys know about. I got this. It is loose, not in the box, and I've done some work to it, and I'll talk about that in a second. I got a Japanese G1 Operation Combination Guard City. So very pleased. So I've done a little bit of work to it. So it's a couple things are not original on it. It only came with one gun, so I bought another Defensor gun. They are identical, as far as I can tell. I don't know that there's any difference. Off of blades, an American a blades, whether it's American or not. So it was red when I got it. I found a really close match paint pen and painted it. And in person, I cannot tell that it was painted at all. Period. And is it rescue? Safety. I want to call him rescue. Safety. I got was thoroughly yellowed. The component that has the windshield on it, so yellowed. It was really gross looking. The rest of it looked fine, but it was just disgusting how yellowed it was. So I got a first aid, and I cannibalized it. I took the chest piece off and replaced all of the mechanism, the legs, all of the parts, except for one piece that you cannot see that is internal to the toy. So this is otherwise it's like half safety, half first aid. But you can't tell by looking at it. They're identical. I have safety in a bag, the parts, and I'll eventually do a what is it? Where you put it in peroxide and expose it to UV light, whatever they call it.
Yeah.
I'll eventually do that and then put it back together. I have a set of Repro stickers. It's not Repro labels. It's not Toy Hacks. It's something else on the way. And actually, I got a Repro label set, not Repro label, but like a kit that somebody did for that powered convoy as well, just last week. But I have one of those on the way, and I'll apply it, and it looks really good. Once I did those two things, I am extremely pleased with it. Again, once it's stickered up, it's going to look really good on my shelf. And my Minerva has a lot of like night beat parts and stuff, and it's been fixed up. My Artfire also is the same, and like I see them as ultimately like placeholders. Like this one is good enough to where I think it's done. I think it's the only one I'm ever going to get. So, really pleased with it. Yep, Garden City. That's what I got.
Well, now the race is just down to whether you or Matt get a Battle Gaia first.
I like the fact I'm not even in the equation. Okay.
Don, you don't buy anything like that anymore.
I know. I can't imagine
he's too
you
busy
spending
buying
that
Super
kind of money
7s.
on a Transformer, Don.
No. There are a couple of Granduses out there right now for sale that I'm not buying because I don't want to. But I really just need to pay the price to buy a building for my office to display all this stuff before I buy anything else. I know I said the last couple of weeks that I'm done. And I'm not exactly done because I did buy a bunch of crap off Mandarake, and I've got a big cart here from another store that I'm going to get. But for the most part, I need to stop so that I can afford to buy a building, because building costs a lot more than a toy. So a lot
generally
more.
Yeah,
generally. So like I'm looking for at least 14 by 28. Like I'm thinking about even going as big as 14 by 40 for a building, because I still have aspirations of doing like a business. So like having the extra space to do that with, I don't need to be buying toys. Warehousing. Yeah, exactly. So that's what I got this week. Let's jump off topic. The ham sandwiches portion of what we got this week, which is exclusive to patrons at patreon.com/TFRadio. I'll start. I got the Cobra Claw, which I think Don got last week. I got the Cold Slither set. And I got that because Don or whoever talked me into it. I got the Super 7 bat that's got the
the exploding.
Yeah. And the Deke colored Serpentor. And I know Don got this last week. He got the CD version. The Cold Slither album, I got the record. I have not opened it, but I have listened to this on Spotify and on YouTube Music, and it's bad. It's bad.
I sent mine back. I actually, as soon as the show was done, I started a return and sent it back.
So wow. I don't know who actually did the music to it. Like the instrumentation on it's actually pretty good. Like the guitar is actually pretty good. But it's really muddy. It's really flat and
it sounds like it might be an engineering problem then.
Well, I don't think it's just an engineering problem. I think one of the reasons people do that is you cover up the sound of bad music by like there's not a lot of separation between the vocals and again the instruments. So it's hard to make out some of the things that they're saying, which when it's like a gimmick like this, you want to know what they're saying when they're singing. Like I did get a big grin listening to Cold Slither just because I'm listening to a band of some sort doing Cold Slither. But like, honestly, the version that was on the episode is better than it's on this. I'm not going to lie. So
what made me mad is they put a CD out for sale or a record, and then they put it out for free to listen to. It's like, okay.
That's how music works, Don. That's where music is these days.
Yeah, but it wasn't even good music.
Yeah, most music isn't. So, but yeah, I'm keeping it because it's a record. I like the way it looks. I want to support G.I. Joe in this stuff. And like, I don't want to ship a record back because they're awkward and everything. I like putting it in the box and all that. I toss the box. But yeah, I just can't recommend it. Like, if you really want to hear it, go to YouTube and listen to it, or Spotify or whatever. It's not great. And I think that's what I got this week. Don, what did you get?
He wanted to go last, but he had a lot.
Oh, Don. Okay, Diecast, what did you get?
All right. This one I'm super excited about. I got the Dalsum This was the San Diego Comic-Con exclusive. His coloring is awesome. This like bluish with the
Player 2
orange
colors.
trunks. I don't know if it's player 2 or not.
It's player 2.
It
is. I kind of remember him in these colors, but it also comes with this like burning figure too, which is really cool.
Yeah,
Because
when
he
you
breathes
get
fire.
hit by yoga fire, yeah.
Yeah, so I didn't realize that when I bought it. I actually would have got Bison too if I would have known that, because he comes with one too. Because I was like, why are these $45?
Psycho Fire, yeah.
And then they were like $10 shipping, and I'm like, it's $55 for just a regular figure. And I was like, nah, I'll just get. It's awesome because he was the better looking one in my opinion. But not that Bison was bad in that green and goldish, but yeah, I would have picked it up if I would have known it had all the extra stuff.
Diecast, did you get yours from the Jada Next store itself, or did you get them from another seller?
No, I got it from the Jada Next store.
Okay.
So if there's any other sellers that still has Bison, I'm not available. I didn't know anyone else was selling these.
The only place I saw was a place in Australia, and with the whole tariff thing, and I emailed them, and they really couldn't tell me anything because it was changing so much. They couldn't tell me anything about how much it may be.
Yeah.
So when I found out Jada was selling them directly, I figured that'd be a lot safer bet.
Oh yeah. Also Don's fault. I got Vega.
Vega.
He came today.
All wrong.
Nice.
From Jada again from Super Street Fighter.
Take a big drink.
Oh, what did you do? We'll find out next week.
Hopefully.
Is the race already over, Brian?
No, it's
No, probably Grandis.
And then the next thing I got was I got a really big polar bear with a blue and pink snake eyes, which is kind of like a G2 snake.
I'll have mine next week.
That's Mass Device.
But
yeah, that's a Sunbow snake eyes.
It is a heavy bear, because
I mean, I'm not sure if you've been around a polar bear lately, but yeah, they're kind of heavy.
Extremely heavy.
They're kind of, yeah. And he even has a replaceable spot with like 2 arrows in him that you can replace his fur with the piece with the arrows in it, which is kind of cool.
It reminds me of Gildart's Dead Mode.
He came today from Amazon, so he's actually he looks pretty cool. I got it for the bear. I'm not gonna lie. And that's all I got this week.
Matt?
Nope, nothing.
John?
The only thing I got delivered was that same 2-pack Diecast got with Snake Eyes and the polar bear. All I'll say is I'll confirm that it is shockingly heavy. That the bear is massive, and it feels like it weighs like 12 pounds. It's crazy how heavy that 2-pack is, but that's all I got.
John, you didn't get the Jada figures?
I did. They just haven't been delivered. I think it's like tomorrow or the next day.
Gotcha.
Rob?
Yeah, I got a few things. Thanks to a heads up from Don, I was finally able to get the Jax Sega figures of the Were Dragon from Altered Beast and Rue from Streets of Rage from Walmart's website. They were, all those figures relatively cheap. I think they were like $10 a piece before shipping. But they are really nice looking. I have yet to open them, but I'm just happy to have them. The next wave is Gilius Thunderhead and Joe Musashi, and I want that. Like, Jax, please keep making these. I like them. I will get whatever weird 80s and 90s Sega characters you want to make into affordable action figures, because that is, I never expected that to happen. Other than that, along with Rathalos Prime in my Suragaya package, I got Chodo Alpha Ultraman Jonius, who is a 1/18th scale, well, 1/18th if he were person sized, It's a 10 centimeter scale figure of the anime version of Ultraman from the 1979 series, The Ultraman, which I got basically because that is a Sunrise production. And when Mobile Suit Gundam was canceled about 10 episodes early, they started shunting staff over to the Ultraman just to keep them, employed and help out. I believe the creator of Gundam, Yoshiyuki Tomino, is said to even have storyboarded the last episode of the Ultraman. So yeah, it's not a bad figure. The Chodo articulation is probably on par with a lot of other low end retail version 1/18 figures. Trying to think of a descriptor, and it just totally left my head. But yeah, I'd say it's better than say the Hasbro Epic World of Action stuff, but probably a little bit below Star Wars Vintage at this stage. It does have Bandai paint, so that doesn't mean a lot for this particular Ultraman. There's a white collar that really needs to be continued, and a belt as well. Since it was animated, it's not silver, it's actually just white. So I can probably try and do that. I have a white paint marker, but also it's red plastic, so that might take a couple of coats. Also, my hands still, shake like crazy. So don't know if I'm gonna tackle that, but nice looking figure, and that is all I have got this week.
Chris?
Nope.
Donald?
Alrighty then. I too was able to order Rue and the Were Dragon. So I'm glad I got those to go along with the other figures from this line. I mean, it's a boxing kangaroo and a werewolf dragon hybrid. I mean, how can you go wrong?
Sounds like a lot of things went wrong, honestly.
Picked up Yellow Batman. It's the one where he wears all the different suits. I have the orange and I have the yellow, so I'm good on this line. I just wanted those two colors since they're two of my favorite colors. Unfortunately, some of the yellow looks to be a little bit butterscotch, kind of like that Serpent OR from a couple of years ago, but it's still a nice looking figure. Picked up Vega. Got mine from online. I'm going to wind up actually having a second one because I had it on pre-order at deep discount because I knew that'd be a crapshoot at coming in anyway, but I thought I would try. And then it came in stock elsewhere. And so then I emailed Deep Discount to cancel. And on a Sunday, they replied, "We can't cancel it. It's shipped out." And it was a shipping label that same day on a Sunday. So, yeah.
That sounds about right.
Yeah, so it's like, oh, you want to cancel it? No, we'll start the shipping process so you can't cancel it. So I'm going to wind up having a second one, and I hope someone can use that. Picked up she was selling out everywhere, but I found it online for retail with free shipping. I picked up the new Masterverse She-Ra since I sure can't afford the Mondo version now because with taxes and tariffs and everything, her and Swiftwind are now pushing $950. No. And the last thing I just got it yesterday, have not had a chance to open it, but I picked up Sideshow was having a really, really, really good sale. And I had $15 in Sideshow money that was expiring the next day. So for just about a little more than half off, I got the Mark V Tony Stark suit up sets. That includes the Tony Stark and the racing outfit with the armor
the briefcase armor.
With the briefcase armor as he's armoring up in Iron Man 2. I did not get the deluxe version because I didn't think having the suitcase itself wasn't worth an extra $40 to $45, really.
No.
So, but I got this for just shy of half off the original price.
Don, that's a really nice Iron Man doll. That's nice.
Yeah, well. See, I've got the regular Mark V that I also picked up on sale last year for when they had the same big 30% off sale. So I think this will make a really great thing with him armoring up and then being in the Mark V, which is my favorite movie armor.
Do they? Yep, me too. Do they sell an Iron Man Dream House to go with that?
I mean, I know you're trying to give Don a hard time, but nobody who buys that stuff has any illusions that they're not buying giant dolls.
I bought one or two. I stopped it. They're dolls.
Yeah.
But you know that and you're buying it. But Tony, if any character was going to have a flipping dream house, it's going to be Tony Stark.
Yeah. But
I mean, he did have one in the movie.
Yes.
That cliffside deal.
Yeah, it got blown up in the third one.
Yeah.
But with the sales, if you look at both of them, I got both of them for less than what this would have cost by itself.
That's awesome,
at regular
Don.
retail.
Yeah.
So that worked out well. The last thing I got was
not the last thing.
Gizmo Duck.
What is this?
Oh,
Gizmo Duck.
I know, but what is it? What's it from?
Okay, the way that I understand,
DuckTales.
yeah, it's from
The Disney Afternoon.
Okay. The way that I understand this is that this was going to be a toy produced for the DuckTales cartoon that ended a couple of years ago. It never made it into production, but some people overseas was able to get a hold of the designs and have been producing them.
Oh.
And I figured I like a Gizmo Duck. It's very limited on the articulation. The head turns.
So is Gizmo Duck.
It's Gizmo Duck. But again, it's a very, very nice looking Gizmo Duck. And I figured he'll look really good on display because you just don't get Disney Afternoon or new DuckTales stuff referenced anymore. So
does it roll?
Yes.
Nice.
Okay.
So it looks like Baymax, sorta, with the lighting.
Well, yeah, it's just the way.
Yeah, it's really blown out on the webcam.
Yeah, there's not much I can do about that. But he's very white. He's like that. He's like bright, flat white. But the visor, you can't really tell. But
Nope.
We can't see that
can't
at
tell.
all.
But the visor does have like the motion streaks across it, like he's flying through the air, and you'd have the clouds reflecting off the visor. It's kind of got that as well. So it's just a really cute looking Gizmo Duck, and I figured you can't go wrong with the Gizmo Duck.
You can't.
And that's all I got off topic this week.
Well, awesome. That was great, Don. I want to thank our patrons at patreon.com/TFRadio. Patrons of Radio Free Cybertron get an ad-free version of the show. You get it a day early at a higher bit rate. It's like a great reason to get it. You get to complete what we got this week segment, which includes me, giving Don a little bit of grief about one of his purchases, but it was an awesome purchase and it's worth hearing. You get unedited episodes of RFC if there's major edits. There's not this week, not often, but it happens. If you're on our Discord at tfradio.net/Discord, you get a fancy color, which is purple for what are 2 tiers below touched, leaving money on the table.
If you're touched, you get red, and if you're any other level of patron, you get purple, is the easier way to say that.
Yeah.
If you're touched, you're an Autobot. Everybody else is a Decepticon.
Oh, I'd rather be a Decepticon, honestly. So patrons at the touch tier get to be on There Goes My Money. Everybody gets There Goes My Money a week early. And touch patrons are mentioned on the show each week and listed at tfradio.net/credits, which I'll do now. Kevin Dorsey, who I exchanged a nice little text with. Apparently Kevin is not much younger than Don. I didn't realize. I thought that Kevin was younger than me, but Kevin is catching up with Don. So I missed his birthday a couple weeks ago. Happy birthday, Kevin. Sent the Proto, Mollis Koenig, Daniel Scott, Nathan's Fast Talk Food Reviews, Trickster, Here's Why It's Cool, Ryan Bona, Emmett Sresovich, Rabbits, Hector Bones, Joey Russell, who also had a birthday recently, Sean Williamson, Spider Bob, Sean Hamilton, Sean Bratton, Crazy Word, Eric EPY, and Eric Crownover. Thank you all so much. If you want to join these fine folks, go to patreon.com/TFRadio. You can find all of our crap going back 25 years at tfradio.net.
Almost 26.
Almost 26. You can find me at briankilby.com and on Blue Sky at kilby.bsky.social and on the Instagrams at Brian Kilby. Rob Springer not here. He is at RoboRobSpringer on Twitter, at zonebase.bsky.social on Blue Sky, and at zonebase.org. Don, how do people get a hold of you?
People can get a hold of me on Twitter at HMRC, the number 4 EVR. They can get a hold of me on Blue Sky at HMRC, the number 4 EVR. .bluesky.social. I can also have my Amazon wish list can be found at tfradio.net/.list.
And I'm thinking about adding a tier to the Patreon where if you want to buy Don something crazy, you message me. I'll add it to the list.
And then I'll delete
then
it.
You can then you'll like immediately order it and he'll get it in the mail and he'll have to react to it on the show. I think that would be a great segment.
Idea.
I do too.
I don't.
It's the like buy a meltdown tier.
Buy a meltdown tier. That's genius.
We may have to set a price limit on that.
You're not helping. Not helping.
Buy a meltdown.
Well, that's a matter of opinion, Don, because you don't know who I'm trying to help.
So I think this is one where like we would set it higher than the touched.
Yes.
Like we wouldn't expect people to stay in that tier. They would go like be a touched patron, go up for a month and come back down. I think you have to do that. Yeah.
Also, I feel like, since we should specify that since Don is diabetic, you cannot make this make Don eat something.
No, he's not guaranteed to eat it.
This is not the Gigadon challenge.
Well,
I miss Giga Beetle.
Yeah, no, we'll work. Giga Beetle is still out there and is in good health and is doing perfectly well.
Good.
Giga Beetle is just not interested in participating in Blue Sky, so we don't really see him much anymore.
Okay.
No, but I agree. Like there would be some like restrictions on the buy Don something tier going in that everyone would have to conform to.
Yeah,
like we have veto power over.
I would have to add it to the list.
Yeah,
sorry, no coffins.
Yeah.
No, that would be great. That would be great, actually.
Yeah,
I'm tell my wife that.
Saving a lot of money, Don. Leaving money on the table.
Coffins are expensive.
I definitely agree. We need like ground rules and a safe word for this process.
Yeah, but I don't want anybody coughing up a lot of money they don't have available.
I don't think. Well, we'll see. Anyway, we'll workshop this a little bit more.
Diecast.
You can get a hold of me on X and Blue Sky at Diecast2. You can like my Facebook page at Reviews by Diecast. You can see my reviews on tfradio.net/reviews, and you can also see them at youtube.com/RFC reviews. And I have a wish list at tfradio.net/diecast list.
Manicare says Velveto power.
Yep. Matt.
Melvar.bluesky.social. That's with 3 L's and 2 R's.
Let's see here. John.
That John D everywhere except on eBay, where it is Cloudburst.
You're not going to tell your new employer about the podcast, are you?
I haven't even thought about that. They already know about my Transformers collection because, I don't put my virtual background on every time. So they see the ugly truth behind me. Yep. So they already know.
Yep.
Well, John, have you listened to anything new?
No, but I did sell a few things this week, so I do need to start digging for more stuff to put up.
Let me know when you're posting more Beast Wars stuff.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to post that before I run it past you guys, but yeah, I got to start
thank you.
finding stuff.
Thank you.
We appreciate you, John.
Yeah. Rob.
Yep.
I am on Blue Sky at robflails.bsky.social. You can find me on YouTube at youtube.com/@flailthroughs. I mostly cover Gundam games, Gundam Battle Operation 2 being the main one. We are in the middle of the 7th anniversary for that. Tonight, the Crossbone Gundam X2 Kai gets added. Every Thursday morning, I update the channel with the week's updates for GBO2, so check that out if you're interested. If you want to support the channel, patreon.com/flailthroughs. You can support the channel or make requests. Details are there. And if you feel like getting me something, I also have an Amazon wish list that kicks back a little to the show at tfradio.net/playlist.
Cool. Chris?
I'm in our Discord, tfradio.net/Discord. My website is at playwithphotography.com. And my Amazon wish list is tfradio.net/Chrislist.
Awesome. We will see you next week. Have a good one.
Recording stopped.
I was worried that I didn't record that one too.
I heard you start the recording before we got going, so yeah.
Okay, I'm going to end the stream. So, because I'm streaming to more places, it's going to take me a minute to do all this. So, I'm going to say goodbye to Instagram first. Goodbye, Instagram. All the 0 people there right now. We have had plenty of people join, but nobody stayed around. I'm going to say goodbye to Twitch. And goodbye to the Facebooks. And YouTube, you're last. We will see you next week as well.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
And unless anybody has any pressing